Yo, 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 what it do? It's your boy, Nate Deuce, and we back in this thing with another vlog. Let's talk about it. And I like the way the last one came together. So I've been giving it some thought, and I thought, I need to do it this way to kind of, it's a little more, what it is as far as the camera go. Until I get my setup. Like I said, I ain't got the gimbal this time, so we ain't got to worry about the robot flipping around and all that was going on last time. Excuse me for that, but yes, sir, man. Your boy was, just getting it off the ground, and thinking about it, and I'm ready for another talk, man, because, it's funny, man. I be in, people chats and lives and, shout out to Q, man. You know what I'm saying? We was in there last night, and he was hitting on something that I was thinking about too, you know what I'm saying? But not to, say nothing towards what he was talking about. But as far as on my end as a small content creator, man, sometimes I feel like, man, me and the algorithm gonna fight. Just straight up, we just gonna fight, man. I ain't got no beef with it. But it's like he just gonna, he gonna push me. But, the algorithm is the algorithm, and you gotta know and understand what you're dealing with. I think as a small YouTuber coming into it, for those up and coming or those people that's been in it, either way, you gotta understand that it is a thing, and it is a way to, I'm not gonna say manipulate it, but you can ride it, you know what I mean? And then there's a way to, piss it off. So me personally, I feel like me and the algorithm, I think that's going to be the name and the title of this. I haven't titled it, so you guys in the future, y'all already know what the title's going to be. But, me and the algorithm, we going to fight. But at the end of the day, it's cool. Like, I'm one of them, is once we finish with that, we good. But me, my problem is, I ain't gonna say my problem, the reason behind me saying that and the way I come at it as far as my disposition is I like to go outside the box. It's like the box is boring to me, you know what I mean? So whenever you, what happens is once you develop a niche, the algorithm doesn't like you to go outside of that niche. And for me, I started off the big Frank Dog. Well, I ain't even gonna say that because really I was messing with it, and it's stuff up there. I don't know if you can still see all of it, but I was just putting like little 2-minute little clips. I ain't know what I was doing. I'm gonna just be honest. I did not know what I was doing, but I was like, man, I'm finna start doing this now. And then I had a couple of moments where I had the light bulb when I was in Twitch, and I was like, let me save my stream and then I can post it on YouTube. And I was going through that phase where it was just raw content basically. But then, with the big Frank Dog, that's when I became pretty active as far as the algorithm probably started to notice me. Like, okay, who is this dude? Because, you talking about like 5 subscribers, when I'm playing with these little videos. So none of that was nothing. That was more for me than trying to get motion. But when I sat down to try to get motion, I developed motion with the big Frank Dog, which is modded GTA 5. So right now the algorithm is like, you are GTA 5 and you stay GTA 5. And I ain't mad at that because later, I talk to some people and, we talk about it and I'll be like, look, I'm going to be the sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, we know we shouldn't do this, but have we seen people do it? Yes. And then it's like, can it be done? Yes, because there's people who do it. So then it's like, well, I'm gonna just try it. And you can, stand over here, so you don't get hit when the shit fly. But I'm gonna give it a shot and just see how it goes. So me being me, like I said, shout out to Gaming with Quint, man, because I told him about this before I did it. But I just did my little salt thing again. I sprinkled some salt in the game, and I put up, the Schedule 1 video on the same channel that I'm killing with GTA 5 content at this point. So it's like, bruh, when I say the algorithm did not care about that video, it's two of them. Most people are like, what is he talking about? Yeah, because I'm sure it didn't come across your phone. But it is like, I'm looking at it like, man, I see a bunch of people doing Schedule 1 content, and it's a lot of people watching it, and you know what I'm saying? It just didn't make sense. But it, like I said, you got to understand what you're dealing with. Just because you got a T-shirt for sale, don't mean somebody gonna come knock on your door and be like, hey man, let me get that T-shirt. You got to let people know I got this T-shirt for sale, and you got to put it in front of people. Make them want to ask you like, hey, is that for sale? You know what I'm saying? But all that goes into like thumbnail, title, all that stuff. And sometimes you do the best you can do. But if you stepping out on some new, you know what I'm saying, I ain't never played this before and I want to try it because it looks fun, or I've been playing it behind the scenes and this is fun and I'm ready to get on, the screen with it. Hey, them first few videos, you're going to fall flat on your face unless you just, super lucky or you got that kind of motion already. But even them, it's still a ratio to the normal views that they get compared to the views that they get. But at the same time, bruh, it can be scary. And I'm just, I'm not scared. So, actually I do got something else that I'm trying to get together for y'all. Something a little fun I just picked up. Like I said, I like to play what I like to play sometimes, and I ain't never even played this, honestly, but I just thought it'd be cool. So I just scooped that up, and it's on the way. But yeah, I look at the algorithm and I'm like, hey man, get ready. And then you gotta kind of jump at it, because the algorithm ain't gonna flinch. He ain't really worried about you. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you need them. You need that motherfucker. You need that video to at least go outside and around the corner and show his face. But sometimes the videos just don't go nowhere. And that be the crazy part, because you can look at, for the content creators, you know what I'm talking about, but for the fans, you get to see a lot of stats, and you can look at how many times this video is put in front of other people as far as scrolling or on your homepage. They call them impressions, but you see how many impressions you get. And then when you see one that has low views, you look at the impressions and you're like, yeah, that's why. Because the other one that got the views, it's got like 10, sometimes 20 times the impression of this one. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, piss that algorithm off. You come in there with your new video trying to be new and fresh. Who is you? You GTA, get back to GTA. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm just that type of person where it's like, I don't even like to be trapped in like that. But I am trapped in, but I like GTA, so I ain't even mad at it. You feel what I'm saying? I just made a whole GTA picture for my profile that's dope as hell. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that because it's either that or Dragon Ball Z. You already know, man. Shout out to them real ones. But anyway, like I said, man, I just had to come in here and just say that, just to let them new YouTubers or people in my position who might be feeling the same way. Sometimes them videos don't get pushed, and it's like, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Everybody trying to figure that out. So you know what I mean? Don't feel no type of way. Don't get discouraged. Being a YouTuber, man, if you want to do it and you into it and you for real about it, it's all about the dedication, because at the end of the day, in the beginning, it ain't no reward. You know what I'm saying? You get self-reward, but money, let's just say it, it ain't no money in it. So, but I look at it this way, man. You gotta have that drive and that passion to want it, to do this for nothing. And that's real talk. And that's, probably with anything you do, you should be willing, if it's worth doing, you should be willing to do it for free, to get the experience. Because guess what? If you get to the point where you are in high demand, if you don't do it if you don't feel like doing it when you ain't getting paid, how we gonna, as fans, how we gonna count on you to do it when you don't feel like doing it no more? You know what I mean? Like, I was just listening on the way to where I'm at now. I was just listening to, J. Cole. Shout out NC. Y'all know, actually, I'm out here in Raleigh right now. But I was listening to J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? And 100 Mil, and I'm Still on the Grind came on. And that came in my mind. $100 million, and I'm still on the grind. I don't know too many people in real life, right, that if you gave them $100, that you can count on them going to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Doing any kind of work from that point on. They probably won't. Most people, I'm gonna invest, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. But for a certain period of time, you ain't doing nothing. Cause you go up 100 mil, and he said, I'm still on my grind, meaning I'm in there trying to get it. And that's what I thought about this, bro. I was like, hey man, if you can't do it now, how you gonna do it when you get to that point? You know what I'm saying? Whatever that point is to you, you know what I'm saying? Your level of success. When you're successful, you feel what I'm saying? You want to keep being successful. You know what I mean? And that's my takeaway from this journey as far as YouTube is concerned. And, tap me in the comments, man. If you be going through it, what is it? You know what I'm saying? How's it, for you? But as far as, like I said, I motivate myself. I self-motivate. Like I said, I apologize because I ain't got no video out right now. But at the same time, I know that whenever I get a chance, all bullshit aside, like, everybody got to kind of time out when I be like, I'm finna do this, and I'm gonna deliver something, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna get something worth watching, and that's on me, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, my nigga DJ Bruce Wayne told me to say, at the end of the day has gotta end. Because I noticed how many times I said that the last time. That's why I'm picking at it. But nah, he was absolutely right. I was like, yo, man, I'm finna use that. I ain't tell him. But hey, right now I'm telling you, Chris, I'm finna use that, bruh. At the end of the day's gotta end, man. You know what I'm saying? So, put all you can put into the day. So when you lay it down, you know what I mean? You ain't got no regrets. That's what it's YouTube too, man. I hate to see people walk away. Especially when they got a good thing going. So, if you walk away, you walk away. The day that this ain't fun no more, the day, you hear Q say that, and I hear my man DJ, Bruce Wayne said, like, once I'm not good at it no more, or I can't make good stuff because I'm not interested, I'm just done. You know what I mean? And I ain't got no plans on quitting right now as far as that goes, but I'm saying for the people who do, I can't tell you not to do that, but it's like, if you quitting because of the adversity behind getting there, even if it is harder than it was before, you won't doing it then, so you don't know, you ain't got nothing to compare it to. This is your one journey, this is your one life, and you know what I'm saying? No such thing as a life that's better than yours. I'm going to use J. Cole because I'm in NC, you know what I'm saying, and we can do that. But at the end of the day, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, me and this algorithm finna get it in, but, I'm going to put some stuff out, man, and y'all going to be, I guess surprised. I don't know. Hopefully y'all fuck with it, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate y'all for tapping in on this. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, man. I'm trying to run it up, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day's got to end. And I appreciate y'all for tapping in. It's Nate Deuce with the Insomnia Cartel. We got that dose to keep you up all night. Y'all see how I did that, man. I'm working on that, you know what I'm saying, that language. Y'all got to pee. All right, man. Peace.
Insomnia Cartel.